Welcome back to Exploring Whiskey. Today we're going to kind of continue down the Nelson Brother Distillery
line of cask finishes.
Yeah, there you go. There we go. Yep.
So today we are heading into the Nelson Brothers Calvados Cask finish. I don't know what Calvados was, but it is an apple brandy.
Apple brandy.
But it's from a specific region in France. They like to name their whiskey or their liquors based off the regions. Right?
Champagne.
Like Bordeaux and Champagnes and all that. Yeah. Anyway, it's still just apple brandy, right?
Right. Their brandy's better than the apple brandy we had in Wisconsin.
I don't have an argument there. I would agree with that one.
No offense to anyone out there from Wisconsin, but it's better.
It was fine. But this is going to be better brandy. I mean, it is what it is. Anyway, so this is taking Nelson Brothers bourbon and finishing it for 6 to 9 months in the Calvados barrels.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully you pick up a little apple spiciness going on and it adds something cool. But yeah, Nelson Brothers, downtown Nashville, really not all that far. Not really that far from if you're visiting that downtown Nashville in the Broadway area. It's
the north end of the Gulch.
Two-ish. I was gonna say probably like 2-ish miles away from like downtown, the honky tonks and stuff.
I get dried apple fruit.
Okay.
Like not
trail mix.
Like the little chunks. Like if you get you used to be able to get.
Okay. Not chips.
Not the chips. No.
Okay.
No, the dried apples are a little more spongy.
It's definitely
and a
apple
little bit of
flesh.
And a honey.
Like it's not skin, not waxy or skin. No. It's like flesh. It's apple flesh.
Yeah, that.
And there's a sweetness. There's a soft sweetness. Yep. Yeah. I could see a honey or a light brown sugar. Ooh, that coats the mouth.
That's sweetness that sits on the front of your tongue. And it kind of runs a cycle, and then it goes right back to like that raisin sweetness. For me.
Raisin. I'm not there. This is way thicker. Like there's like an oiliness, like it coats your tongue. Very sweet when you first take that sip, and then a little bit of like a baking spice towards the back of the throat as you're just finishing taking that sip. Oddly, I want to say it drinks with less impact. Even though this is 10 proof higher, so 5% more alcohol, there's less like alcohol impact.
Yeah. It's that apple.
Yeah, it really kind of mellowed it out.
Apple versus a grape.
Grape, yeah.
But like my mouth now it still tastes like a dried apple chunk.
Take a smell now. That got almost red delicious type. Maybe like gala apple. Like not crazy.
See, I was thinking when we started talking about the apple brandy, like what apples do they use?
Yeah, I don't know.
Or is it a blend of apples?
That region of France probably uses a apple that's named after that region of France or something, or some town in France. That would be my guess. That's nice. Yeah. That's really nice on the nose. That's really nice. Good sweet, but not like grossly sweet. It's just a nice little impact. It adds a little something, but it doesn't overwhelm it. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
That turned out really good. And I remember when I first opened this, there was a little bit of a harshness, had a little bit of a bite.
Neck pour.
Yeah, but this has opened up really nice. I enjoyed that. That turned out really nice.
No, I do really like the profile on this one.
Yeah, very solid. And $85? Is that right? $95? Something like that. Somewhere in that ballpark. Give or take right around that $90 range. But at almost 107 proof.
There's no more. It was just a limited.
This was a limited one. And you'll notice that, so if you go to the distillery, the bottles where it's like handwritten, what's going on, the proof and the bottle number and things like that, that's probably, one, it's going to be distillery only. Mm-hmm. Two, it's a limited release. They run out, they're done. Versus something like the cognac cask, it's not handwritten. It's all printed on there. It has all the information printed on both sides. This isn't going to have that, so this is going to be distillery only. And
so got to ration it.
When it's done, it's done. Now, they do go back to ones that are good.
Okay.
So they did a Blackbriar one 2 years ago.
I did it again.
That turned out really well. They did it again.
Oh.
And it was a distillery only, kind of the same guy. So if it ends up
getting the notoriety that they're hoping for.
Yes, if it ends up
they'll
solid and they get good reviews or good people are
wash, rinse, and repeat.
Exactly. You can always get more barrels, right?
Right.
See what water does. Kind of nervous because it's already good. I don't want to make it not good.
I'd be okay if it drank a little hotter.
Yeah, it drinks under 107 to me. It definitely drinks under 107. I'd put this mid-90s, the way it drinks.
Instead of doing bourbon and apple cider in the fall, just a nice little pour of this.
Yeah, you're done. Pre-made cocktail. All right, a little bit more ethanol coming off the nose, but not materially different outside of that.
No. I mean, I get way more. The ethanol is...
It's really coming out.
Yeah.
A little bit more bite, too. That caught me. Oh, and then all the sweetness. Apple.
Yeah, it's still sweet.
Apple.
I see. I took a small sip.
Big bite in apple.
Normally I take the big gulp. I took the small sip, but now like I get a little tingle on the tongue and a little warm in here.
Oh, dude, it hit the back of my throat and it got me. I was like, oh. That was a little too aggressive to pull that down.
Yeah, but now my mouth is just coated right now.
It's very, whatever. Use the word viscous if you like that word. There's a good amount of oil in this guy. I think, I guess, prefer it neat, but I don't think it's bad with water. I don't think it needs an ice cube because it really doesn't drink that aggressively, let alone that might pull down some of the good notes that you're getting. It might bury them.
I think it'd take away some of the sweetness.
Yeah, it might bury them and the nicer like apple notes. No, well, baking spice just popped in. Apple pie or apple something with like a little bit of a baking, like nutmeg sprinkle and cinnamon on top. And
yeah, it's all baking spice in the back end now for me.
Yeah.
All spice. Now I'm going to change my mind. I want to go back with no water.
Yeah, I think no water is the better experience. It's not bad with water, but
I don't know, like before, like my mouth, I felt like it was just watering, but when you add the water, now it's just kind of starting to like dry out.
There's a little oaky at the end of that. A little drying out. It's really weird. You add water and it dries out. I don't know. Science. Alchemy is what it is. Alchemy.
Yeah. I'm not disappointed at all.
No.
I'm glad when we went, this is the bottle that I bought.
Yep. No, I think it's a really solid bottle. It's a great...
And I'm curious as it goes down, how much more it opens up.
The apple pops a little bit more or something like that. Yeah. It's a great adding a note, not overpowering the whiskey. Mm-hmm. Like that's something that sometimes overpowering the whiskey is kind of cool too, but I like a lot of where the finishes just add a little something, and that's what this is doing. So...
If it just adds a sweetness, but not like the port finishes where a lot of times you get more of the skin taste.
Yeah.
Sometimes those.
Yeah. The ports, or every once in a while a sherry does that too. Yeah, absolutely.
So at $95, the cognac one we previously reviewed was $90.
$90. Yeah.
If I had to pick between the two.
Slightly better proof and a much better profile.
Yeah. And so $5 more.
Yeah, $5 more. Totally worth that one. Absolutely.
So yes, definitely a solid bottle. If you happen to go to the distillery and they don't have any more to buy, but you can get a pour,
give that a shot.
Yeah,
it's worth it.
If you're gonna get a flight and they have this, I would definitely.
I wonder if they do a cast finish flight. That'd be cool.
Solid bottle. Don't turn it down if you're at a party.
No.
Someone's got it. Definitely get yourself a pour. And if you happen to go to the distillery and they have a bottle. Purchase it
immediately.
Yep. great apple note. It's got a good spice to it. Love the proof. We're at 107
basically. Yeah.
So
very solid.
That's right in our wheelhouse, proof wise.
Yeah.
We hope you enjoyed the review of the Calvados Cask finish, If you did, as always, we love the support of the channel. I encourage you to hit that like button at the bottom of the screen.
And we're going to throw a little link right up here of all the different Nelson Brothers that we've reviewed. We've done a bunch. We're going to keep doing a bunch. We really enjoy that distillery and love continuing to support them. Also, this is April. It is World Make-A-Wish Day at the end of the month. So we will be kicking off our, it's April, so we're going to be kicking off our fundraiser for raising, money for Make-A-Wish in Middle Tennessee. Those wishes are crazy. They're amazing what they do for those kids, and those kids get to live a day or a weekend or whatever that ends up being the wish, of a normal life for a little while, and that's usually really necessary after months of doctors and hospitals and all the things that goes down with childhood illnesses and cancers and all that stuff. So we would very much appreciate you donating and joining us and supporting just an amazing charity.
Yep, absolutely. Well, we thank you for joining this episode, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.
Cheers.